Trump said we're going to strike Iran very powerfully tonight and tomorrow. On whether Israel is going to join the strikes, I don't want to respond to that, but we will strike them very powerfully. The military actions might take between 2 to 3 weeks, and threatening to strike the nuclear facility Carcass that is near Natanz. And one analysis is that there's, as far as this person knows, only two ways to destroy the Pickax facility that Trump said all of our eyes are on Pickax. Pickax could be a goal for a huge strike, a really big, fat, beautiful strike, right on the door. And one is a tactical nuke. The other is ground invasion. About Netanyahu, he said, I never threw Bibi under the bus. He's doing a good job. He's doing good work. Without the two of us, Israel would not exist today. He's doing fantastic work. So that's way better than what he has been saying.
Yes.
And yeah, and also was asked about other people running for the elections. He said, I don't know them in Israel.
Ooh, see, guys, I knew it. I knew it that Trump eventually will go on a friendly tone, and then maybe in the future will go aggressive again. He has his ups and downs, so it's not. Wait, did you say Wait, hold on. Did you say tactical nukes?
Either a tactical nuke or a ground invasion.
Oh my
It's,
god!
according to this person, it's one or the other.
Did you did president wait? According to what person did Trump not?
No, so this is a military analyst. So Trump didn't say this explicitly, but he said all our eyes are on Pickaxe. I don't know if that's how you pronounce the name of the site. It could be I'll do a Jeffrey. It could be a beautiful target for a big, fat, beautiful strike right on the doorstep. And the analyst is saying that there are only two ways to destroy the facility in Pickaxe. One is a B-61 led tactical nuke, parentheses, never going to happen, or a ground invasion. Essentially saying ground invasion.
So what do you? So, guy, based on what you're hearing, what do you think is going to happen? Like, do you think that we are basically about to see major escalations starting tonight? Major, like at that level. This would
I
be
don't know
more
if it's
significant than Epic
starting
Fury.
tonight, not in the sense that not in the sense that it's everything's going to happen tonight, but there seems to be an escalation. It seems to be that Israel is going to join in at some point in some
Yeah.
way. It's going to take 2 to 3 weeks, or that's at least the assessment that he's giving out. It could be more, could be less, but that's what he wants out there. And I think there's going to be ground troops to some extent, because if they're going to strike Pickaxe, or Pickaxe could be a red herring, but it
Pickaxe,
sounds
guys.
like they're,
No, go
yeah.
on. Sorry, finish. I thought you were finished.
No,
Continue.
it sounds like he specifically pointed out that site I think of his own accord. I'm here, so I'm not listening to the audio, but based on the text, looks like he brought it up himself. And if it's true that the only ways there are a tactical nuke, which is never going to happen, or a ground invasion, that suggests that there's going to be some sort of ground efforts, which would make sense. Also, I mean, the past couple of weeks have really looked like a laying of the groundwork for some sort of ground invasion, at least of the islands. So I think maybe the decision has already been made.
Yeah, it also might be a bluff to get the Islamic Republic to come in, give in, and do something, give in something significant. But if they follow through with this, is more escalation than even Operation Epic Fury itself, with ground invasion. And yeah, so Pickaxe Mountain, that's Kucholang in Persian. That's the fourth site that the Islamic Republic does enrichment of uranium in. So we had three already that was bombed in Operation Midnight Hammer in June 2025. Those was Natanz, Fordo, and the enrichment of uranium facility at Isfahan. This one was a new one that the Islamic Republic created, and it's much deeper and much more difficult to get to with bunker busters. So this is a major. I mean, I don't. This is only a statement so far, but if any of this happens, we're going back, guys. We're going back to like a serious head-to-head full confrontation war, like during Epic Fury. And if it starts, it's going to continue for like days. like for maybe like last one took 40 days. So we'll see. Anyways, I want to see what other people have to say about this. Danny.
I think Jeffrey put a 2. That's
Yep.
all I see. Yeah, Jeffrey, go ahead.
So prior to the Operation Midnight Hammer and or post Midnight Hammer bomb and battle damage assessment, there's a couple of ways that Fort Out, Isfahan, Natanz, and the rest of the underground hardened facilities can be held at risk, at least as assessed as I assessed it. One is, using massive ordnance penetrators, right? Digging with bombs. The other one was if somebody said tac nukes, we would not use a tactical nuclear weapon or at least a surface burst one. What maybe that person's talking about, because I didn't listen to it, although that's one of the things we looked at because of former President Bush's, well, the what is it, hardened, deeply buried target defeat program by the United States Air Force in the late 90s, early aughts, in direct response to the Mullah regime, under burying, dispersing, and hardening all of its shit. Not the least of which is with assistance with leftists out of Canada's university in developing ultra high performance concrete, was something called a robust nuclear earth penetrator. So a robust nuclear earth penetrator is that you take like a case similar to the MOP, right, massive ordnance penetrator, and you put a variable yield nuclear warhead in it. You can set it, between zero point zero 0.01 and 10 kilotons ish. Right, I'm not going to go into how you do it. And so what that allows you to do is it allows you to have a much greater, it gives you a greater ratio of explosion to size weight ratio. In other words, it's about the size of a watermelon, which means I can allocate more of the bomb to its casing. And that means it's harder and can penetrate deeper and all this other stuff. That's one of the things we looked at. The other thing was rocket assisted MOPs. So, like, you have rockets on the back of a MOP to increase the impact velocity and subsequently make it go down deeper. One of the things was rods from God, facilitated by Elon Musk's heavy lift rockets. So there's another one was sub T. Right? I mean, I kind of talked about these are things that people looked at. So I don't know what this guy is saying, like, oh, it means either a ground campaign or like we're gonna drop a tactical nuclear weapon on top of this other guy. That's all bullshit. I don't know who the fuck said that or what military expert said that. That kind of makes me roll my eyes a little bit. The idea that the United States would drop tactical nuclear weapons inside Iran, particularly if they were going to be employed as a surface burst, is so off the wall fucking crazy. Like this minute, think about how dumb that sounds. This administration, President Trump himself said that he has a deep love for Iranian people. The reason he didn't destroy like power plants and bridges is because he doesn't want 91 million people to be affected. And that's in no insignificant manner due to Iranian people directly asking him for help and him hearing them and responding. Does that mean that there isn't a wealth of other options that is available to us to make sure to kill these fuckers? Absolutely. Absolutely. An expanded 5x5 campaign. You're talking about two additional waves after going after nothing but besieging IRGC headquarters and leadership. And I meant what I said. If they do that, those guys can kiss their little asses goodbye. Oh, but like we're gonna fucking hide amongst them. Yeah, we got that shit all covered. I promise you. But what if I hide next to a school? Then we use inert munitions and squash you like you get to play the role of the coyote in the Roadrunner Coyote show. I might even just send you a little fucking cocktail umbrella and some shit that says yikes in Farsi. Right? That's like the idea. Whatever that guy said, it's either ground invasion or tactical nuclear weapons. I don't know who said that. I find that very fucking. I find that very hard to believe. And considering the superficial and or like false dilemma-esque nature of the two options that we will only be able to use. I mean, I find that very hard to believe that that was based on any true assessment whatsoever. I do know that there's a lot of hawks that are like, yep, the Mullah regime has to go. And I hope that President Trump is going to go with some of the things that were sent up the chain, because then in 2 weeks, the repressive elements of the regime is all dead.
I thought tactical nukes were very limited in damage. Like you could use tactical nukes without actually causing a lot of damage to too much of area. No, was I wrong about that?
So the term tactical nuclear weapon is quite often, it's like a term that has a very nebulous definition, right? I mean, people usually, when they say tactical nuclear weapons, are usually referring to battlefield nuclear weapons, things used in a military battlefield. They usually have smaller yields, to be sure, and you can have nukes that have very small yields. We've had that ever since the 50s, like including variable yield warheads, which means it's like a dial yield warhead, right? If I want to have a yield or explosive force of 0.01 kilotons or 10 tons of TNT.
Well, I mean, just a short answer. We don't want to go to like just like isn't it just yes or no? Like isn't a tactical nuke something that you could actually use? By some definitions, that wouldn't actually cause mass amount of damage, and the reason why people don't want to use it is just they don't want
relative to a strategic nuclear weapon. So generally, relative to a strategic nuclear weapon, yes. Given that the Mullah regime adopted a urban shield strategy, we almost assuredly would never use that. We'll use other things to kill them.
Okay, thank you, Jeffrey.
Okay, Guy.
Yes, one slight clarification. I said it the second time. It wasn't clear enough the first time. He said there are two options, to the best of my knowledge, to destroy this facility. One is the tactical nuke, and he said in parentheses, never gonna happen. This is not saying it's gonna happen. What he's saying is gonna happen is the ground invasion. He's saying because there are only these two options, and the tactical nuke one is never going to be used, this likely points to a ground invasion. Now, understand, you said there might be other options, but what he's saying essentially is, look, if they want to do this, they're either going to drop a tactical nuke or they're going to do a ground invasion. Seeing as obviously they're not going to drop a tactical nuke, this suggests there's going to be a ground invasion. That was the intention of what he was saying. And we're saying GBU 57s that destroyed Fordo would not work at Pickax because it's too deep.
It's too deep. The whole point of building the Kukulang or Pickaxe facility was because the other ones were not deep enough. So this one was, they made this one.
Okay, let's go to Jose next.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that again, because I was about to ask you, hey, Guy, didn't you say you said that this was not an option? Jeff, thank you much for that explanation. I remember my history and how the United States, I think they were in Germany, the forces in Germany were equipped with those things. And it's like, that's a scary, scary thought. The guy mentioning that needs to have his brain examined, because yes, they don't have the tactical nuclear weapons or strategic nuclear weapon yield, but that shit was designed to stop formations of tanks. It's not designed to dig. It would take so many to get down there that you might as well use a full nuclear weapon to do it. So I am glad, but I would expect there'll be other options besides manpower, because we had a gentleman a while ago that equated the United States Army to the World War II United States Army, and I don't think they realize that the United States Army isn't anywhere near that size or that capability at the point. They have the capability, but it's much smaller units.
Okay, and let's go to Cat Lady.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that Trump said officially to the Congress today that the fighting is renewed in Iran. So officially said to Congress.
Yeah, let's see what comes of it. Okay, I don't see any other twos, so we can go now to the super chats.
Okay, we have one super chat from Flesh Interloper regarding our conversation that we had about the goats. Flesh Interloper saying, maybe the goats like it. Did you ask? No. Yeah, I did. They don't speak English or any other language. Okay, and I don't think they can consent. They can consent to other goats, though. Yes, thank you, Fleshy. Thank you, Fleshy. I love goats, by the way. I don't like it when goats are used as an insult. In Persian, they use it as an insult. Sheeps, I don't care for. Sheeps don't have personality. goats are, each one of them are individually unique. Like I met sheep and I also met goats. I can't tell the difference between the sheep. They all behave the same way, but every single goat has its own unique individual personality, and I really love that about them. Yeah. All right. Thank you, Flesh Interloper. Oh, by the way, I have, hold on. I have a goat right here next to me. Look at that. There's a goat. Speaking of goats. Okay. And Muslims, stay away from my goat. Okay. Oh, wait.
Topic is by
Wait. We got another super chat by Ida saying, well, I think we need deep penetration. Oh my God. No, not in an Al Zud sense. Okay. There's a bomb there. Bomb emoji. Okay. I mean, why not? We could go after the mullahs with bombs and deep penetration with Al Zud sense as well. Why not? Why not both? And thank you, Ida. I appreciate that.
My name is Armin Navabi. I'm an Iranian political analyst with decades of experience fighting the Islamic regime inside and outside of Iran. Make sure you follow me for more, and also make sure you join our discussion group. I'm there almost every single day. Come talk to me there and the rest of the people there in our group calls. It's a great place to meet and talk to people who like talking about politics. The link is in the description and or in the bio. You could also get there by scanning the QR code on the screen. See you there.